Check the mic and make sure it sound right, boys.
Welcome back to another episode of the Chad Smith Podcast. My name is Chad Smith, and today is Thursday, May 19th, 2022, and I'm joined, as always, by my two co-hosts from California. Please welcome Sonny Conway and Spooky Morales.
Hey, good morning, y'all.
I made it this morning. You guys got me for an hour and 20 minutes.
Awesome, dude. Yeah. We weren't sure we were going to have you because I thought this was like race week.
It is, but where I have to go pick up the orange cones, I'd say, delineators, they don't open until 9. Or they're not going to be ready for me until 9 anyway.
Oh, good. Well, I wonder how that worked out. I wonder if Chad Smith called over there and said, hey, if you guys could just stay closed until like 9:30, something like that.
Yeah. They, for some reason, don't have all the delineators loaded up, and they got to load up like 40 of them in the truck. So that's why they're waiting for me.
Spooky, have you heard that name before? I've never heard of delineator. What is it?
A delineator. It's like an defibrillator, you know, the clear?
Yeah.
Like with a D. I call them defibrillators, and they don't know what I'm talking about. So
Yeah, this is a brand new
call
song.
the delineator.
Delineators.
You know the long, skinny orange cones with the black base on the side of the road, the big tall ones? That's not the short
yeah, we've talked about this before because I told you Michigan only has like we do have some of those, but for the most part, we've got like the giant big barrels. They look like 55-gallon drums.
That's right.
Plastic orange
You
ones.
did talk about that. I asked you if they were full of water.
Oh, yeah, the ones that are just marking off the lanes, those ones aren't. But yeah, the ones that are right at the beginning of or right before you get on an on-ramp or an off-ramp, those ones are full of water. Yep, you don't want to hit one of those. Hitting water is just like hitting concrete, I'm sure, but a little bit more soft.
How about you, Spooky? What do you got going on today, man? How you doing?
I'm doing pretty good.
I'm doing pretty good, buddy.
Just rolling around dropping
there.
Guys, we are now broadcasting not only to YouTube, but new this week, we are now on everything else. Anywhere that you can get a podcast, we are on there. So
What you talking about, Willis?
Apple Podcasts. We're on, what else? Spotify. We're on.
Does that mean we made it?
Well, I don't know if we made it. We're paying somebody to make it, but
We made it. We made it. We made it.
we made it.
We're
Gotta
paying
start.
somebody to make it. That's what happens.
That's what happens. What's up, Bigfoot Michigan Rob? You can say hi to some people in the chat here. We got right here on the YouTube chat. We got Jake Smith first up.
Man.
What's up, Jake Smith? He says, "Morning, boys. Getting all my ducks in a row here, so I have no interruptions at 10 a.m." Yeah, man. And he's going back to afternoons after this week, anyway. So, or no, I don't know. He keeps going back and forth. He's going either this week or very soon after the holiday.
All the shifts want Jake.
Actually, yeah, that's what's going on right now. Jake's a good worker, and they need him on the machines that need to run, so they're having a hard time keeping him on that shift.
Yeah, if you get someone loyal and responsible that works for you, you're going to want that dude on every shift somewhere.
That's right.
I'm still looking for a good pool guy.
When you say pool boy, that just makes it sound a little...
Yeah, I slipped there. A little slip of the...
Looking for a pool boy.
They got pool girls.
Jake knows how to, he works his way around pools, I'm sure.
Oh.
Hey, Arden Paranormal, good to see you, Sam. We got My Flock is everywhere in the chat. Good to see you.
I can see Jake out cleaning my pool in a pair of cut-off fucking jean shorts. Some
I was about to say,
Daisy out there.
No shirts required.
That's right. Jake could do that. Brasselhoff, you changed your name again, man. It's always different when you're in here. But good morning. Good to see you.
Oh, since we're on all those channels now, Chad, does that mean we are the new paranormal version of Bob and Tom?
We're getting there.
Are we gonna take all their viewers?
Yeah, we're getting there. If we weren't paranormal or it had something to do with paranormal, we would just be the new Bob and Tom show. No. No, the funny thing about the Bob and Tom show is that that was strange. We had somebody backstage for a second, but
somebody knocking at the door.
He'll come back.
The Bob and Tom show. So I was just flipping through the FM stations on my truck this morning because I got rid of satellite radio. So I'm trying to figure out what shows are on FM, and I get this really clear station coming in. It says it's coming out of Toledo, and I'm listening, and they're pretty cool, talking about some news and some funny, and then they start doing some jokes and funny stuff. Next thing you know, he says, "All right, we'll be right back right here on the Bob and Tom show." I was like, "Oh, how did I find that?"
Yeah, I love Bob and Tom, man. They get a lot of good guests on there. I told you guys about Stephen Lynch. I think I told Spooky about him.
Yeah, he's funny.
That's where I heard him, and that was forever a long time ago. And Stephen Lynch is still doing concerts. I want to say he starts doing it again on the 14th of this month. I was going to ask him and see if he wanted to be on the Chad Smith podcast, the morning show, because he gets up early to do Bob and Tom's show.
Oh,
so
that'd be crazy.
You have to get up as early to do yours.
That would be
I was
cool.
gonna see if you want to be on here with us, either on here or we'll put him on Chop Shop.
Yeah.
That's the good thing about having two channels.
That's right. Yep. Yeah, Chop Shop.
I noticed last night on Paranormal Highway, Spooky.
Yes.
Everything is Chad Smith. Everybody that does the Chop Shop or the Chad Smith podcast says, I was on Chad Smith's channel doing his show, and I was thinking, how come it's never Spooky or Sonny's channel? How come it's always just Chad Smith?
Yeah, Nas was giving us some good. She was giving us some great bumps there. She also said Cassie and was talking about all the family channels. It was cool.
You guys, I tried fixing that. When I first started this, I was like, that's kind of weird to have your name in the podcast, like in the title, because then it just seems like you're being too arrogant or something. And little did I know, Ben already had the logo designed. He had the backgrounds all made up. He had this whole thing planned out and figured out, already ready to go. Just had to send it to me. And I emailed her, I messaged him, and I'm like, man, I think I'm going to change the name of the podcast. I think it's kind of too, like...
pretentious?
That's the word.
No worry.
Too pretentious. And he was like,
man.
oh.
When you were
real quiet.
listening to Bob and Tom, did you listen to it at all? Did you see what I meant about, like, they talk about serious stuff. They might do the news. They might tell you stories that happen. They break. They do a lot of stuff. If they anything paranormal, they always talk about that, actually.
Hey, first floor
in
audio.
the news. They kind of make fun of it, though, so where we don't, especially, if there's someone on here telling us about it. They don't have people coming on talking about what happened. They just basically are reading it out of the newspaper to you.
Yep.
But after that, it's always something funny. It's like they do 30 minutes of funny and 15 minutes of serious. And
yeah, and actually, the production quality is off the charts, dude, because they were talking about a thing in the news right now. I don't know if you heard about it, where that water tower got shot. Okay, I don't know what town this is, in a southern town somewhere, because everybody has accents, but there was a water tower somewhere down south in the United States with what's his name? What's the I'm blanking right now.
Lou Elizondo?
Nope, there's an old country artist.
Just kidding.
Why am I trying to say? I'm trying to say Jack Black. It's not Jack Black. It's an old country. Johnny Cash. Johnny Cash is painted on the side of this.
Black.
On the side of this water tower, and for some reason, somebody shot the, what of Johnny Cash, and now this water tower is hemorrhaging water out of his crotch region.
it's kind of funny.
So this is the news story, it's the mayor of the town, and town sounds like it's got like 500 people in it. And he's like, well, this has happened before. It's kind of funny actually, but we got to get up there and drain 50,000 gallons out, and it's a pretty funny story. But Bob and Tom were covering
patch
it.
up old Johnny's crotch again.
Yeah, they got it.
Oh man.
Bob and Tom were covering it, and next thing you know, one of the guys on the show picks up an electric guitar, and he's got like a whole parody Johnny Cash song about the water tower. I'm like, man.
They get a couple guys on there that do that when they have that, like Stephen Lynch on as a guest.
Mm-hmm.
He will just start making up songs and singing stuff like that. So a lot of their people do, though, that the comedians that play music.
Huh.
So it's awesome, man. Like, who did you catch the guy's name today?
I don't remember it, but they did say it. I just don't remember what his name was.
And then Donnie Baker, he goes on there. He's another comedian. He is hilarious. Donnie Baker, and he's always talking about his Uncle Sonny. I think he's talking about me.
He could be. Hey, Just Chaos, good to see you. Yeah, so we have a guest today.
He was here.
And he was here.
He took one look at us.
And he was like, no.
That's what it seemed like.
Bob and Tom suck. How did I get on the Bob and Tom show? That's what we were talking about when he came into the back.
He's like, oh, hell no.
Yeah, he's like, I don't know what kind of show I'm supposed to be on, but this ain't it.
Doing Bob and Tom. I'm out of here. Yeah.
Well, Adam, if you are listening, please come back in. Just click the same link. Come back in.
We're not really Bob and Tom. We're way better than Bob and Tom, Adam. Come on back, man.
Hi, Irene.
We're more like Manny, Mo, and Jack.
There you go. They break stuff and make me fix it.
I found out this morning you don't want to put boiling water in your coffee. I mean, I know that Bim Jim told us that, but it's like the real deal. I guess technically boiling water does something to the coffee where it kills off a lot of the whatevers. So you're supposed to take your kettle and put it off to the side after it's boiling and leave it there for like a little over a minute. Let it cool down to like 190 and then put.
And they call me bougie.
Is that what cold brew is? What the hell's a cold brew coffee?
No, that's straight up I think that's just straight up cold water and they let it sit there and soak. I mean, I'm not real sure, but
make it like
know, I can tell you how coffee tastes best.
Out of an Alien Girl cup?
Out of your Alien Girl 111 mug.
That's right.
Let me tell you. That's some good coffee.
Love us some Alien Girl.
I'll tell you what.
Amy, good morning, Amy. If you're
listening
Amy. One of these days.
Yep. And it's a close second, but it doesn't taste half bad either out of a Chad Smith Podcast mug.
Ah, I see there.
Which you can find at chadsmithpodcast.com.
Good morning to my flock, too. I seen he was in here. It's been pretty early.
We got Eric in the chat. What's up, Eric from Paranormal Highway?
Good show last night, dude. That was awesome.
Yeah, last night was a good show. Yep, I was watching that at work. Robert Humphreys, good to see you, man. A couple people coming in from Facebook today. We got Irene Tokura. I think that's how you say her name, Tokura. And she's coming in from Facebook. Oh, she's listening to us today from Tokyo, Japan.
Oh, that is awesome.
That is really cool.
That's one place I've always wanted to go is Japan.
Yeah, we send a lot of bolts there and get bolts from there. our mother company is there in
fix all the bolts you mess up and send them back.
Yeah. I have a lot going out there. I got a lot of boats.
I try to explain that to people. They think if something says made in China, like one of these RC cars back here, they say made in China, it's probably not the best thing you could have bought. But if it says made in Japan, that is totally different.
Totally different.
That's like getting stuff made in Germany. Japan makes the best stuff.
That's right. Yep. Cars run forever. Tools work really good. All their precision tools a lot of precision tools come from Japan. All of our thread rolling machines come from Japan.
Even NASCAR, dude. Toyota's been finishing in the top 10 every race.
Really?
because you can run a Toyota V8 at so many high RPMs for that long. So
That
these
was
guys
such
are,
an upset when Toyota joined, when they took out Dodge and put Toyota in. I don't know how they even survived, but
I thought the same thing because we're like, oh, this is America. And then I see
America.
that the Toyotas run. I was like, damn.
Yeah. Yep. Hey, Nona Boss Continuum. Good to see you in the chat this morning. And we got Booth Hemingway. Good to see you. Thanks for joining us. Yeah, I didn't know what was going on with NASCAR when that happened. I'm like, you're really taking an American company out and putting a Japanese company in to NASCAR.
Parts kept falling off the Dodges all over the track, I bet, dude.
No, I wouldn't doubt that. Damn
They-
Dodges.
I know because we do pickups, you know that. Dodge pickups, the motor and transmission will outlive the truck by like 10 years. I mean, door handles start falling off. Go to turn your brights on, the blinker levers go. They just fall apart. They're just not well made trucks. The interior sucks. But the motors
anymore.
they're beasts. They'll
Somebody-
run forever.
Last I heard, they took out whoever was their main engineer or design engineer, whatever his title was. They took him out, put a new guy in, and now their trucks are like,
Oh, they're getting good again. This is when Dodge was good right here. 69 Charger.
the old
That's
General
real
Lee.
Dodge. Yeah.
Hey now, what's up? Unidentified Anthony from yeah, I had screwed that all up. Unidentified S4. What's up, Anthony? Good to see you, man. Yeah, man, that's when they were making badass muscle cars. 60s, 70s.
They didn't fall apart. They're
What's up,
still
Nas?
around. So I told you guys that my 69 Buick that's out there,
Mm-hmm.
it still runs like brand new. It's only got 75,000 original miles on it, but it still runs like a brand new car. AC works. I could get in that car and drive it to Michigan right now. I would have no doubt I would make it there.
Does that have upgraded like modern brakes and stuff, or is it all the same?
It is switched. That's the only thing that's done to that car is it is switched out, and it was switched out back in the 80s from drum brakes to disc brakes in the front.
Cool.
It's got a newer front end in it.
That's good.
Mm-hmm. So that's the only different thing on that car that's been done, but that was done a long time ago.
Is there anything you would like? Is there anything you would change right now, but you don't want to because you want to keep it original?
Oh yeah.
Like what? Like what? Like the radio or?
I would like to have a 502 in there with an Allison 5-speed transmission.
No, that would be cool.
Yeah.
It'd be bulletproof.
Well, it already has a 430. That's the thing is it's got a 430 with a turbo 400.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like for you because you're younger, that would be a 4L80, just not electric. So a 4L80E.
Mm-hmm.
That's what that transmission is, but they're 3 speeds instead of 4 speeds, and they're not electric. It's a 400 turbo is what they're called. There's a 350 turbo and a 400 turbo. The 400s go in 3/4 ton and 1 ton pickups, and then the other one, the 350 turbo, goes in everything with a 327 or 350. It's a small half-ton transmission.
Jake Smith says, Dodge makes it, Cummins shakes it.
That's right. That's right,
Yeah.
dude. You put a Cummins motor in any vehicle, and that's when Dodge, if you get a Dodge pickups with the Cummins in them, those are good trucks.
Yeah, same situation. That engine will be around way longer than the truck.
I think it's like 2006 might be the shitty one. So it's 2008 or something like that, or it's before that. So 2004 maybe.
Mm-hmm.
Ford makes a diesel truck with the motor that's in there, that Power Stroke motor that they used to use, and that's the one everyone says to get. It's like my blue truck that I have.
7.3.
Yeah, my blue one is the 8.1 gas engine. It's rare.
That's right.
It's a rare pickup to find because it's got an Allison 5-speed in it. Yeah, if you put that motor and that transmission in my Buick, that would be nice.
Yeah.
'Cause it's like a big block LS motor. That's
Tune
all
it
it
for
is.
speed.
It's tuned for that now.
Good morning, everyone. Good morning, everyone. And thank you for joining us on Meekum Auto Talk Radio.
That's right. That's right. Hey, we'll take the paranormal chop shop and move it to any of these.
That's right. Well, until Adam comes back, I mean, that might be what we're talking about.
I know.
NASCAR,
Weird.
races. This is this is race week over here on the Chad Smith podcast.
It is. It's drag week for me, guys. So I'm all race ready right now.
Eagle Field Drag. Yep. This is race week over at the Dragway. Jake says he likes these rhymes. 6 in a row, ready to tow. Get yourself a Cummins.
People tell me, dude, I'd rather push a Ford than drive a Chevy, and I tell them, good, because you will. If you own one, you're going to end up pushing it.
Whatever.
What's funny is we use Fords for the race cars. I even, like when we had Conway's disking, we used Fords for pulling the tractors.
What is Conway's disking?
It's a disking company I used to have. It's my...
Never heard of that before.
My dad and I ran a disking company. Well, I ran a disking company, and he took all the money.
This is like disking farmland?
Yeah. Disking fields. I mowed, bush hog, furrow, anything you needed. That's any kind of tractor work. And
Are there farmers that hire that out?
You would not believe how many people here own property in the country and don't own a tractor. That blows my mind. Like I've had a tractor since I was a little kid.
Yeah.
Yeah. We started that back when I was in the 7th grade. And there was times that I would have to be taken out of school for like 2 weeks at a time so I could finish working. They would actually let you go to work back when I was in grammar school.
I actually remember hearing something about that because I live in a farm town too. And there is something like that where like if your farm needs you, then
yeah,
it's like, sorry, bud, family needs me.
Yep. That's exactly
Mm-hmm.
how I would get out of school. Yeah. If you had to, and not just me, but it was all the kids, like you said, that if it was time to pick grapes, it was time for you to be out of school for a couple of weeks. Cause
yeah.
Well,
and you don't need a driver's license to drive the tractors.
You don't. I used to drive one to school before I had a driver's license, so I didn't have to ride the bus.
Matt says, who needs a tractor when I can hire a Sonny?
That's right. That's right. When you see how much we charge, you'll know why you need that tractor.
You'd be buying a tractor.
Mm-hmm.
That's the thing, though, is people, to have a tractor, a couple of them, you got to have a garage and a mechanic or somebody that knows how to work on them and spot to store them. So maybe people just are like, screw it, I don't want the upkeep and all that crap.
Here they, I was smart about it. If you don't disc your field, because this is California and it's in town or whatever, so a little lot in town that doesn't have a house on it yet, but there's a bunch of houses around it, when the grass and weeds grow up in there and die, it can catch on fire and it'll burn everything down around it. So the fire department comes and they tell you, look, it's a small lot, it's only, this is the size of a house and a backyard. That's it. It's nothing big. And they'll tell them you have to disc this lot or we are going to disc it for you. The fire department is going to disc it for them. So the fire department will charge them it's like a $500 ticket and they disc it for them. So it's $500 to have the fire department do it.
Wow.
Or it's $150 to have me do it. And if you don't pay me to do it, the fire department is the one that's going to pay me to do it anyway.
That's what I was thinking, because they don't have disking equipment.
So I think that's called a monopoly. And said, I went to the fire department and said, hey, all these guys you go around ticketing, tell them, here's the guy that'll do it for you for this much money. And he's way cheaper than us. And he'll come now. Like if you need it done in 3 days, he'll most likely be able to do it. So they would give out my number to those guys. So I made a lot of business just doing the ones that were going to get tickets around here in California. But yeah, that's how I think we started it up so fast.
Spooky's like, that is a monopoly.
Uh-huh.
That is the definition.
He's
It
got the
was,
whole
dude. It was
racket,
either
man.
pay me the $150 to disc that little tiny field, or pay $500 in the next 3 days. In that same field, if you'd have made an appointment to have it disced, like just called in, I would have did it for $75. It's that small. But since it had to be done and you waited, I even charged more money.
Like a landscaping company for
doing
farm fields.
something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. And now my father-in-law does it.
Oh, he still does it?
Yeah, after we quit, he actually bought the books and took over. But his is Mike's disking. And he's way better at it than I ever was. he's been driving a tractor twice as long as I have.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he does not charge as much money as me either. He still to this day 20 years ago I was charging more money than he charges now.
Really?
Yeah. Like I charge triple of what he charges, and he does it better than I did.
Oh, man. Well, gas prices are going so high, he's gonna have to start charging more.
Dude, I just filled a truck up with diesel here, and it was like $6.50 a gallon. $6.49.
Whoa.
It was $6.61 a gallon for the 91 octane for the blue truck.
Damn, dude. That's gotta be
Yep.
$300 or $400.
$40 to fill up a gas can for the motorcycles, for the pit bikes.
Oh no. $40 to fill up a gas can.
A gas can.
That's ridiculous. My dad was just telling me on the phone before the show that they're gonna start, like, what's that called? Like throttling down on, or they're gonna start holding on to diesel. What's that called? Where you're only allowed a certain amount. Or only certain people are allowed to get a certain amount. What's that called?
Rationing.
Yeah.
Ration diesel.
Rationing diesel fuel.
Why?
I
They're
don't know.
running out. And that's another thing too. It's the same price as gas, and people that are driving diesels are getting ripped off, dude, because diesel's not even close to being. It's like jet fuel. It's not flammable like gasoline. As flammable as gasoline.
It's not
It doesn't have the octane in it or anything else, and it's way cheaper to make, and they're charging the same price per gallon. It should be half the price that gas is. You can make from one drum of crude oil, I bet you can make 3 times as much diesel as you can gasoline. And that's how they should charge you for it too. It should be at least half the price. And they're charging people a lot of money.
my dad was telling me he's got one of these like little 4-cylinder, I think it's 4-cylinder, little Cummins engine. He wants to put that in his motorhome or in his van, and then he said that you could, because he's been watching videos on it, but you can mix like old engine oil with, I think it's gasoline or something, and run the engine right off of like old ass oil.
Oh,
like biofuel, biodiesel or whatever.
yeah.
So
Yeah, turn the oil into fuel. I know what he's talking about.
make it a little bit cheaper.
I also had to do propane yesterday. I had 21 gallon can filled up. It was like 100 and something. I know the two 7-gallon cans, 14 gallons. 14 gallons was $75 to fill up 2 propane tanks for the fifth wheel.
And I filled my tank last Friday on payday. I'm like, oh, stop in here and get some gas. And it was the first time I put over $100 in my truck.
Oh, wow.
Like,
Spooky, what do you drive?
Actually, don't have a car right now.
Oh.
And you never had to put more than $100 in your truck before, Chad?
No, that was the first time.
Huh.
No, our gas now, I mean, I shouldn't even say it because your guys is so much higher than mine, but it's like $4.50 right now a gallon. And that's the highest I've seen it since.
I paid
long time.
$6.61 or something, but that's for 91 Chevron, probably the most expensive gas station you can go to. That's just where I go. Gas is always good.
I want to get somebody on here to explain to us why we are like one of the most. I mean, we have so much oil in this country, like in the ground. We're like one of the most oil producing countries, or we have the potential to be. But like, why is our fuel so expensive?
Because we pay for it.
Because we're not using it. I mean, we're not using our own. That's why I don't understand. I want somebody to explain to us why we're not.
One of the biggest conspiracies of humankind.
Something you need, man.
Just
supply and demand.
It's at the top.
Just like disc in the fields. Yeah.
Booth Hemingway says corporations.
I charged more money because those people needed to have it done. They had to have it done, so I charged more money.
Yeah.
It's fucked up, but that's just how people that
monopoly.
make money running businesses. That's how it works.
Same with tow truck companies.
Exactly. Yeah. When your truck is stuck in the river here in Pismo, the water, when it rains, the water from the town drains off into this one spot out into the ocean.
Mm-hmm.
So we call that the river. And you have to wait for this river to go down. You can't cross it. It'll wash your vehicle out into the ocean. So a lot of guys try to cross it and they'll get stuck. And there's tow truck drivers that sit right there because they know that they're going to do it.
Yeah.
And yeah, dude, it's like $600 for them to hook up to your truck and pull it out of this river. Because if not, it's going to get buried in there. It's going to it's so weird.
In Detroit, there's a problem with tow truck companies because there's only like certain ones that are licensed to, like when a cop needs a car towed, the cops only have certain companies that they're allowed to go to like it's like a contract or whatever. Well, some of them got in trouble for like super like overcharging. Like they'd tow a car and hold it in the impound lot, and then to get it out, since they were the only tow truck company that had the contract to get your car towed there, they can charge whatever they want to get your car out. So it was getting out of hand, and like a lot of them were getting in trouble for it. Nas says the reason the U.S. is actually.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I was just going to read this real quick. She says the U.S. is actually oil independent, a major exporter of it now. It charges its own citizens the prices they charge overseas customers, so nobody buys cheap here and exports to undercut it.
What I was going to say, like, if anybody thinks it's bad for like for the tow truck drivers to charge you so much money to pull you out of that river, because you don't want to lose your truck and trailer sometimes, and all your quads are on there too. Some people are stupid. They try to cross it like that. And so when it's people, okay, so you're taking all your quads and dune buggies out there to ride them. A lot of people get seriously hurt, dude. I mean, there's big, huge jumps out there, big monster.
They change every day.
They change every day. And they go out and ride the first day and they think, oh, let's go out and ride again. And they go to jump off this dune where you leave your camp or something that was 10 feet tall, and you just jump off of it. And now today you haven't went and looked at it, and it's 30 feet tall and you can't tell until you jumped off of it.
Right.
So that's how they usually get hurt. And so to get you off the beach, when you get hurt, you have to call the 4-wheel drive ambulance that comes out there to get you. It's $2,000 just to get off the beach. It's only we call it pole 5, pole 6. Pole 6 is as far as it goes. Each pole's a mile apart, so it's only 6 miles. And if they have to go out in the dunes and get you and bring you back, and they might even switch ambulance. I don't know. I've never rode the ambulance, but I think they don't take you all the way to the hospital because they're aired down. I don't see them airing up to take you to the hospital, so they take you to the entrance of the beach and put you in a normal ambulance. And it's $2,000 just to get off the beach for people.
Just for that one ambulance. Then you got to get another ambulance from the dunes.
$2,000 for that ambulance ride, and that was back in the day. It might even be more money now. It
costs a lot of money to get hurt.
Yeah, yeah, and that's just to get you off the beach because there's a lot of you can't. I've been riding out there and just came across a person all by himself, waving one arm under a bike, screaming and you can't hear him. I could just see him waving his arm, and the bike flipped over. I went over there. His other arm's broke. The bike's laying on top.
Oh no.
I pulled him off, and I flagged my buddies down. I sent one buddy back to his camp to let him know he was hurt and to call an ambulance. And then I told him, dude, it's like $2,000 for an ambulance ride. This dude was so hurt. He was like, fuck that. Do you have a truck? Can you take me? I was like, I'll take you, dude. I took him to the front, and his arm was busted. He was hurting bad. A buddy of mine was with me and gave him some kind of medicine, and he went from almost crying to laughing. I have no idea what he gave him, but whatever he said, this will work, man. This is what they're going to give you anyway. And yeah, when we got him to the front, he was feeling better, but his arm was fucking broke like a
man.
That
sounds like me when I was passing a gallstone. I went to the hospital. I was in tears, and I was like, just anything to take the pain away, anything. It was like it was the worst pain I've ever felt. And they put something in my vein. She told me it was dilated, and I went from crying sad or hurting to crying happy. That was like, I wanted to come off that bed and hug her. I was like, oh my God, you just took the pain instantly away. It was awesome.
That's funny. Yeah, I'm scared of that stuff. I don't let them give me no medicine at the hospitals.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Man, I needed it. I felt like I was dying. I want to get to something real quick in case we do get our guest back and we don't have time for it.
I don't know what happened, dude. We need to talk to Cass maybe, but I think she might be asleep if she's not in here. I'm going to message her.
Okay. You work on that, and I'll do a little commercial for my Ukrainian family. So at the beginning of this whole, what, Sonny? No, this is legit. This is legit. I know what you're thinking.
Okay.
All right, check this out. So at the beginning of the war, I went on to Snapchat. Like there's a map where it pulls up a map and it shows you all the hot spots of where all the most Snapchat stories are coming in. And I went to Ukraine and started watching one of the stories, and there was this dude that in normal times, he's like a travel agent type person. He kind of like, you contact him if you want to travel to Ukraine and you need a place to stay and all that stuff. He gets you all set up. Well, right now in times of war, he had to abandon his apartment in Kiev, and now he took his family to like this, I guess they own a farm. It's like an almond farm, not an almond farm. It's walnuts. Because Sonny's is almonds. This dude's is, he's got a walnut farm.
I used to live with a walnut farm.
Really?
Street, yeah.
That's ironic. So yeah, so they're out hanging out on this almond farm or walnut farm, trying to just stay safe. And in the meantime, his wife started making these little rabbits. And for all the people that are listening, just listening, it's these little crocheted rabbits. One of them is blue and yellow, and the other one's gray, and it has like a blue and yellow ear. Well, anyway, she started making these, and she was selling them locally. And I asked her if I could buy one, and I didn't think it was possible because shipping from Ukraine right now I thought would be a nightmare, and I figured prices, even if you could ship out of Ukraine, would be too expensive. But she and her husband went to the post office and priced it out, and to ship to my address was $15. So I asked her for this gray one right here, and she's charging $12 US for one of them, and then $15 shipping. And they made like a little video for me showing him going into his box and going to the post office. And there's him in the box. There's the lady at the post office getting them all packaged up. And this is him and his wife. This is one of the ones they make, or that she makes, that's like a keychain. It has like a keychain that you can hang from your I don't know if this is for like your rear view mirror of your car. I don't know what this is made for, but there's like a little palm on one end and then the stuffed animal on the other. And then this is their son holding holding one of them. He's cute as hell. They always send me videos of him running around the yard, and the other day he was running towards the road. He's like, "Get back here." Yeah, he's cool. But yeah, guys, if anybody's interested in supporting this family and buying one of these little stuffed animals, I can get you in contact with her. I'm actually just going to drop her PayPal address. It's a Gmail address in the chat. If you want to get in contact with her, there's the link. And like I said, I think they're $12, and she's hand crocheting these at her house while they have nothing else to do besides wait for the war to be over. So I got this little gray one on the way. He's going to be here. I've already got the tracking information and stuff. So this little gray or blue guy is on his way. So that'll be cool. And it supports the family and, while they can't work. So I'm going to make
awesome,
Spooky buy one. I'm going to make my cousin Jake buy one. I'll see.
Yeah, man. I actually would like to have one of each, the yellow one and the gray one.
Oh, man.
So, and
Okay.
it's really awesome, man, that you reached out like that and you wanted to make some international relations there.
Oh, it's so cool. We talk
Love
almost every day now.
Oh, what?
Well, I got in the habit of just checking in on him because stuff was getting crazy. He's right outside of Kiev, and that's the capital that they wanted to take. So, I'm always just checking in on him, making sure the family's okay. And one of the days I was talking to him, I noticed his Snapchat story was of them making, or of her making these little things, these little stuffed animal rabbits. And I'm like, "Hey, what's going on with those?" And he said that she's selling them locally. And I'm like, "Well, I need to have one here in the United States." So they made it happen.
Love
And
it.
you should have seen how excited she got so excited just for me buying one. I'm like, I think I can probably get a couple more of these sold.
Mm-hmm.
And he said that she would be so happy. It would be a surprise. And I said, well, I'm going to mention it on the podcast and I'll get the word out there and see if anybody else is interested. And he said that it would be such a surprise to her that he's going to keep it a secret until I find out for sure. I'm like, all right, sounds good. So we'll see what happens. They're 7 hours ahead of us. So it's like, what? 7 there? Or no. It's almost 6 there. 6 p.m. Yeah, guys. So I'm going to put her email address in the chat again. If the way that I did it is I just sent, because that's her email address that she uses for her PayPal. So I just sent that. I put that email address in the PayPal with like $30 in there and put a little note. And then he texted me right back with a picture of the note and said, thanks for the note. And then they were off to the post office, sent me a tracking number. And apparently it's going to be a different tracking number once it comes into this country. So I don't know how that's going to work, but I don't know how international shipping works, but
Is that through Etsy?
no, I was trying to get, that's what I told him. I was like, you should try to sell this stuff on Etsy, but I don't think they've ever heard of it before. It's just through PayPal is what I used. Yeah, and Sonny was trying to warn me at first because I was telling him a long time when I first started talking to this dude. He was like, it's a scam. He's just trying to get your money. I'm like, no, I've vetted him. I've done my research.
That's my next door neighbor, Chad.
Well, he's a pretty cool guy, man. He's pretty cool. Ibrahim. I don't know her name, though. I got to figure out what her name is in English.
Yeah,
that's pretty cool.
His real name's Jaime Lopez, and then that chick's name's Becky.
Oh my
Right
God.
next door.
They are
They're right
probably
next door.
watching.
They, you know, I'm teasing you.
I know you're teasing. I know.
But yes, I did order
I'll
Spooky. I was like, hey, you don't just give people money to tell you they're from
Yeah.
Ukraine. It was when the war first started. And I told
Mhm.
people are doing that right now, taking advantage of people.
Looking
There's
out for
really people
scams.
that live right here with us, Spooky, and telling people that
Oh,
they live in
can you
the
imagine?
Ukraine. That's horrible. You don't
Yeah.
say that.
Right. Taking advantage of the situation.
That's why I can't make the rules. I would find somebody that says that, and then I would ship their ass to Ukraine and tell them now.
He
Now
sent
you
me
can tell
he
people
sent me that before work or before I left work.
Oh, that's cool, man.
I was like, dude, you found me on YouTube? I didn't even tell him.
That's awesome.
And then he sent me that. So I'm like,
Yeah,
oh, he might be watching now.
As soon as Chad showed me the stuff, I was like, okay, that's legit.
Yeah.
But at first, I was like, no, Chad. Because he messaged me. He was like, hey, I sent this guy money from Ukraine. You what?
I was trying. Actually, when I was trying to do it that time, they had so much stuff shut down that you couldn't get money over there.
I was like, man, that was Putin riding around on his horse, and he was telling his buddy, Chad Smith sending me money.
I got Chad Smith sending me money for my horses.
What's up, Fluffy? San
Mm.
Diego represent.
Exploring with Fluffy. What's up, man? Good to see you.
Oh, buddy.
Need to get you guys back on the chop shop.
I was gonna say I haven't seen them in a minute. They're fun, dude. When they're on here,
Mhm.
that's good times.
Man,
Yeah, they're
her interpretive readings are unbelievable, man. I don't know if you've checked out one of her recent ones.
Mm-mm.
I
Jenny's
too.
She's amazing.
Yeah, I need to. There's just so. That's the thing is doing this podcast. You meet so many people, and now there's there's so many channels that I need to keep up with. But I definitely need to get over her channel and check out some more of her videos.
How about our boy
What's up,
Roach?
I
was enjoying that the other day. I was hanging out with him and Anthony S4
Yeah.
on Roach's channel. I mean, I didn't go on because I was in the exercising,
Oh,
but
okay.
I was chatting with them in the chat. Yeah, I really like that dude. He's cool.
Yeah, I woke up from my nap and was just scrolling through to see who was live, and they were live. I'm like, whoa! I didn't know this was happening.
I
my mute
Believe
button didn't work.
podcast, right?
Yeah, the I Believe podcast.
Eric's asking Arden. So yeah, Arden, when's the next time you're live?
Oh, okay.
Sorry?
Yeah, Sam.
Yeah.
Yeah, Sam. When
Did
you
I get
going
that
live
right?
next?
Is it Arden?
Yeah, Arden.
Yeah.
Yep, her name's Sam.
Okay.
Oh, Eric is home for a while, so he can chat. What do you mean, chat on here, or you want to chat?
Oh,
You want to
yeah.
come up? What?
We had a guest, guys, and he came in for like 30 seconds, and I think really he's seen Spooky and was like, "I'm not doing this show. I'm
He's like,
not
I'm
doing
hoping-
this
Control us
shit.
in
Be
here."
on here. I'm out."
I'm hoping that's what it was, and nothing.
What is this, Gangsta Network?
Who's this guy?
That's the bougiest gangster I ever seen.
Coming
I can't
straight
do
out of
it.
East LA, yo.
Oh, he can jump on for an hour? Damn, that's a long time. All right,
Good,
Eric. Oh,
because I got to jump off in like 30 minutes.
yeah, man. Here, let me.
Don't
got
go,
my
Sonny.
boots on.
Don't go. Hey, Sonny,
All right.
what you been seeing in the skies up there, man?
I
night.
looked last night because Ben sent that video, and I was so tired I only made it about 30 minutes before I went in. So, but I did
Yeah.
look. I didn't see anything. Nothing moving anyway.
Yeah, but that's not what happened a few nights ago.
No, you mean we were out looking at the moon, guys? Yeah, I sent you guys the videos. My wife said, "Well, look at that thing moving," and I was actually taking pictures of the moon, and I just put it off for like a second, and was like, "Yeah, I'll look at it in a minute." I didn't even look at what she was pointing at, and she goes, "It's weird," And then I looked up, and as soon as I looked up, it was right above us, and it's
That was cool.
no flashing lights. It's just a ball is all I can see. And my grandson is out there, and he's saying that it looks like the Mercedes emblem logo in the video. That's what I was hearing when I rewatched the video. So I went back and played the video, and on parts where I zoomed in on whatever it was and paused it, I could screenshot it, and you can see it's a triangle. It's shaped like it's a triangle shape. It's not shaped it's not a round ball like my eyes were seeing. He's a kid. He's still got good eyes. He was telling me even then while I was recording it, he could see the shape of it. I couldn't see it as good as him. But
yeah, when you said that he mentioned that when you said that he mentioned the shape, I'm like, kids know stuff.
He was saying that's aliens, Papa. But yeah, Deanna seen it. I didn't even see it, and it was. I've seen the space station when it goes over. It looks like it's really high up in the air, like Ben, the thing he showed us last night.
Yeah.
And I thought he was back, but it's
Eric from Paranormal
Eric.
Highway.
It's just Eric.
How's it going, Eric? And
I love that dog.
your dog just passed out on the couch.
That's a good dog, man.
Well, my daughter texted me and said, "Hey, can I go to school at 10 a.m. this morning?"
No.
I guess, so
Okay.
I got a little time.
What do you mean? She can go in whenever?
No. They got a project they got to do in the morning, like speak in front of people. She doesn't like doing that, so I'm giving her.
Oh, I see.
I'm letting her be late on purpose. Between us, not between the schools.
Right.
They don't like that.
How late did your show go last night?
2 hours. 2 hours.
Oh, okay.
10. I don't like to go over 2 hours. I get kind of, 2 hours is like the perfect amount for me.
Yeah. That's what I was just telling Sonny this morning. I'm like, I don't know, 3 hours might be too much time to fill up. You could start talking about just random stuff that doesn't really matter.
I give Nas credit. He's on your channel and he answered all the questions. Even some weird ones. Even some from the crowd said he was bullshitting.
Yep.
But I let him answer those and he did. So it was cool. But,
It was a great show.
But in reality, we kind of need him not to be real, right? Because if he's real, we're dead. The government's not going to buy his technology. The government ain't going to do that. We're dead.
Oh, Nas?
Yeah.
Yeah, she did great on. I mean, I thought she did pretty good on your show. The thing is you ask her a question, and it doesn't really take any processing time. It's just like, here's your answer. So
you're right. Just knows it. Just automatically knows it. Like sometimes we have to hold on a second. I got to think about
And she don't hold back either. I've had actually somebody tell me, man, did you know this about Nas? And I was like, yeah. How'd you know that? So she told me. I told you. And I was like, yeah.
That's right.
She don't hold back.
We're Team Nas up in here.
We're all gonna die in a few years.
No, we're not.
Nas is gonna save us. We just have to believe and be on Team Nas.
That's right. Nos, you better save us. Don't make me kick all your friends' ass when they come up here on the ground.
We're Team Nos around here.
I'll shoot the shit out
Protect
of
this, you gotta protect this. She wants to live.
What is that dog's name?
Eliza.
Eliza?
Yeah, some character off a Hamlet show, that Hamlet play, whatever. There's somebody named Eliza in it.
Oh, okay.
My
Cool
daughter
name.
named
that dog Meat.
That's a cool name.
Look just
Eliza.
like Meat.
It's definitely unique. I've never heard a dog's name.
When Sonny was talking about race
Eliza.
cars, you guys talked about race cars earlier. I remember when I first moved to Maryland, I didn't realize how popular NASCAR really is in the Midwest back there. I didn't know. When I moved to Maryland, they had NASCAR stores. I never saw a NASCAR store in Fresno or moving to Washington. Never saw that stuff. I go to Maryland. Oh my God, look, NASCAR. And everybody was into NASCAR more than football and basketball. I was like, wow.
Oh, more than football?
Yeah.
That's saying something.
In Frederick, Maryland.
Yeah,
I was like,
there's some places like that it's like that.
Damn.
But
Probably Daytona is probably a pretty big town for NASCAR.
yeah, here where we're at, it's basketball, football, and baseball. We don't have NASCAR like they have back east, I would say.
Sonny, where I grew part of Fresno and Kerman, people drag race themselves. It was all about their own events, not about NASCAR and all that. Everybody about racing their own cars, going out there. So it was more privately what I grew up seeing, Nobody talked about NASCAR because they're going to race themselves. Hey, this Friday, we're going to meet out here. We're going to meet out in the San Joaquin Valley. We're going to race. in the haystacks.
Yeah, that sounds like a good time.
You know.
Yeah.
And just don't crash into the San Joaquin River while you're racing.
Then you gotta get
But
towed out.
We actually have a track now. We're not doing that on the street no more. You know what? I seen the guy comment on Facebook. He said he's gonna go. It's this guy right here, Frank, and hella quick.
Hella quick.
He says he's gonna break the track record, and I was thinking about it, and I was thinking, I think he set the track record. I think he has the track record right now. I'm not sure. I gotta go check. I'm gonna ask today when I get there. But I think he said it. I wonder if I'm supposed to say that. I'm gonna say it anyway. At 168. I think that's the track record, and I think he holds it. So if he could beat 168, that was with the just shoots out and him going off the back of the track in the dirt.
Whoa.
I think. So yeah.
Wait, how fast?
168 and an eighth mile.
That's so fast. Yeah, you gotta slow down real quick. Do you have an 8th mile slowdown too?
He's hella quick. It's no joke. This guy's a nut. His car's fast. I think he's got 4 kits of nitrous on there, or 5 maybe. I don't even know.
Does that track? I mean, do you have? If they wanted to, do they have the length to go race quarter mile if they wanted?
No. Not that one. In Bakersfield we do, but we don't. Ours is better. Ours is fun.
Okay.
Ours is like street races. It's like, yeah.
Jake says, "Raise hell and praise Dale." He is
That's
full
right.
of rhymes today.
And then,
Jake's
Chad, I heard you're saying that boiling coffee is not good, huh?
Yes,
does
Eric.
something? Really? Wow.
This is what you want to do when you're making your coffee. Boil your water, then take the kettle off the burner and set it on another burner for 1 minute, and then pour the water.
Okay. I mean, see, I'm a coffee guy. See, look. Okay.
What do we got?
I mean, look, I got my coffee machine, and of course, I got my Ninja.
Jeez.
But what I do is I pour sink water and filter out the water before I even put it in my coffee machine. So when I do my coffee, I make sure it's fresh. And of course, like I said, on a special occasion, I will use my my R2D2.
Yes. Yep, 190 degrees. You don't want to put boiling water in there. 190.
So I take my coffee seriously. I make sure the water's filtered every time I use it. I use my little water filter thing.
Hell yeah. That's the way to do it.
But I used to pour hot water into it on purpose because I was thinking that the hot water is going to get more of the caffeine out. But you're saying that it'll actually burn it.
Yeah, it does something to it.
I don't boil the water, but I would turn on the sink to get hot.
Bougie coffee. And Jeanette's calling me out on my bougie coffee. Hey, it tastes better, tastes better out of a R2D2 French press.
It tastes better out of this.
Lynn Wallington. Good morning, Lynn.
Press, it is the way to go, but it is a lot more work because you got to boil that water. You got to heat it up. And of course, pour your coffee in there and then compress it down. But it's real flavor coffee if you like the flavor of the coffee. Now, of course, I only use beans. I do not buy any coffee powder shit. I grind my own beans because if you don't grind your beans, then
I grind the beans at the store. I'll buy a bag of the whole bean and I'll dump it in their grinder and I grind it at the store and bring it home. Is that bad?
Well, it's not. It won't stay fresh. See, I have a.
Got to keep it in bean form until you're ready to use it, right?
I even Ziploc my beans.
Oh, jeez. This
look,
guy is not messing around.
Your bean?
Yeah.
I'll be Ziplocking my bean.
So and then of course I got the typical grinder, and then of course real beans,
Bougie
You can't beat that. You can't beat that. But hey, I want my coffee.
I just have a coffee pot.
Even though I got
funny.
Even though I compresses it, I put it back.
Oh, it makes 4 cups. This is a little tiny thing.
Yep.
And this makes sure that the beans are fresh.
And then I only drink coffee in the wintertime. I don't drink it.
Oh, really?
Unless it's iced coffee in the
Oh,
summertime.
man. It can be 100 degrees out. I'm drinking coffee.
My father-in-law, and it's true, I guess this is a true thing. Like if you drink hot ass coffee when we're working, we'll be working out we were working out in his grapevines, and it was hot as fuck, dude. I was hot drinking cold ass Gatorade, and this dude gets a thermos of hot. It's 105 degrees outside, and when he poured the coffee in his cup, it was still steaming. And he told me if you drink hot coffee while you're working outside and it's hot, it cools you down. And
Jeez.
I guess that's a real thing, but I can't do it.
Good Lord. How much? Is that a whole?
Dude,
that's
way
more
too
than a
much
pound.
coffee, bro.
Well, no, go to Costco, man. Dude, you go to Costco.
You can't drink all that coffee.
$10.
$10?
$10, about $10.
That's not bad at all, dude.
$10.
Ladies and
Big
gentlemen,
bag
thank you for
eighty.
joining us this morning on Coffee Talk.
Yeah,
That's
we
right.
go from dragways to coffee. Cassie, the funniest thing happened, Cassie. Good morning, Cassie, by the way. But the funniest thing
morning,
happened.
Cassie.
We had a guest he came backstage for about, 30 seconds?
Yeah, and then he was gone.
I was getting ready to
Okay,
introduce
okay.
him.
We went from grinding gears to grinding beans talk on here since we lost our guest.
Yeah, we've actually been staying busy with the conversation, but yeah, he was back there for about 30 seconds. I was going to bring him up, and then he disappeared. So I hope
He's like,
everything's
nope.
okay.
Don't want
I
nothing
even
to
have
do
a-
with this shit show.
I gotta find it. I even have a manual grinder.
Yeah.
In case the power goes out, I could grind my own beans.
Whoa, that's
Oil.
dedication.
Fireplace. So I'll have my coffee no matter what.
That's
Hey,
right.
Chad, did you get that Jimmy Church coffee yet?
I gotta
Not
go
yet,
put my
dude.
I'm
Damn
gonna
it.
go put my boots on, guys. I'm wearing my
Oh, okay.
I got my bougie slippers on.
It's just too bougie. Oh man, I need to get me some of them bougie slippers.
Those are nice, dude. They're actually shoes. I use them as slippers.
Oh, is that the Alien Girl coffee cup?
Oh, I think
Alien
sick.
girl?
Oh, there
Hey!
we go.
Adam's back.
Hey, Adam's back. Sonny, are you leaving?
Yeah, you know what?
Adam,
I can
stay
just
back there,
take
bud.
off, but let's bring Adam in here so I can meet him and say hi. I don't want to be rude.
All right, I'll stop playing the music and stuff. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome for the first time to the Chad Smith Podcast, Adam Ramos. How's it going, man?
Can
Hey,
you hear us,
Adam, good morning.
How you doing?
Good. How are you?
Good.
Oh, the service.
I'm okay.
Your signal looks like it's dropping out a little bit. Can you hear us?
Oh man,
You got a bad connection,
Yes,
Adam.
I finally see y'all.
Might have to kick you out and have you
so.
come back in. There's a really bad connection.
Yeah, he's really
Okay.
glitchy.
Adam, I'm going to kick you out and just click the link and come back in, okay?
Okay.
All right, let's see if that works. Hopefully
This
that
is why
works.
we can't get guests, Chad. We get a guest, you kick him out.
Every
We've been
time
waiting all
we
day.
get a guest, I kick
What
him
an
out.
asshole.
I know it. I'm trying, man. I'm trying.
Fucking Mike Nazi.
What's it?
Trying to stay Mike
Coffee
Nazi.
grinder with the weed whacker engine.
All right, well, I'm gonna go put my boots on, guys. I'll be back in a minute.
All right,
Take
go
my
get your
clothes off.
bougie shoes off.
Yep, that's right.
All right,
I'm gonna
man.
take off my-
We'll be
my
here.
mask slippers.
We will be here.
Now, I actually been drinking more coffee on purpose, actually, because I've been trying to diet. So technically, I replaced soda with coffee because my evil, for me, my kryptonite is soda. I love soda,
Yeah.
so I actually use coffee to help me on the diet.
Were you drinking full leaded soda with sugar and
I
everything?
love Pepsis. Oh, I mean, I would drink one for breakfast, and I would have about a 6-pack or more a day because I loved it.
Dude, you're gonna drop so much weight.
So I stopped. I stopped totally. Well, hold on. Let me. I'll be honest. What I do is this might sound crazy. I treat myself one a day, but I use the 8-ounce, the little small cans.
Oh, okay. Hey, Adam's back. I'm gonna bring Adam back up. Hey, Adam.
Get them up. Yeah.
Hey, how's that? Better?
Oh, that is better.
Okay,
Yep,
good.
that is better. So today you're joined by I'm Chad, and then this is over here. This is Spooky Morales, and then over here is
Adam.
Eric from Paranormal
Hey.
Highway.
Cool.
So, and we're all good with talking paranormal. So it's great to have you here, Adam.
Thank you. I love this stuff.
Awesome. So when did you first get into paranormal? Was this something that you got into when you were a kid? Did you have some things happen, or is this something that happened later in life?
No, long story short, I was about 12 and laying on the bed, and um, something sat on my bed that I didn't see, because I was on my stomach looking forward watching TV,
Mm-hmm.
and towards the other end of the bed, I felt like somebody sat down, and I
Oh,
looked behind me, and nobody was there. Um,
okay.
you know,
Wow.
Did you hear any
you
voices
know,
along with that, or just somebody just sitting down?
that's all. That's all it was. No voices, nothing, and it felt
What
like
about the
somebody just
air?
sat
Did it feel
down.
like it got colder or anything?
Yeah, did it get colder in there?
'Cause I
No,
heard when there's
nothing
a
like that.
presence, sometimes the air gets cold, like the energy gets sucked out.
Right. I've heard the same thing, but no, nothing like that. And like I said, it was
Hmm.
I can, like I said, it did feel like somebody sat down because the bed, moved a little bit. And I've
Right.
thought of, like, we didn't have no pets, there wasn't an earthquake, the place didn't move.
But
I've
that's what
thought
it
of all
felt
these
like. Is
things.
felt like somebody just came and sat down on the bed while you were on it.
Hmm.
May I ask
Hmm.
do you know what time that happened? Like, was it at nighttime, daytime? Was it a certain time of day?
If I remember right, I think it was in the afternoon at some point.
It was afternoon. Okay, so it wasn't even the witch hour or the devil's hour stuff. So it was actually in the daytime.
Hmm.
Okay.
Interesting.
So,
Yeah, because most things,
and
people have when they're telling a story, it's usually like a nighttime encounter or something right before bed or something like that. 3 o'clock in the morning, is a common time people have interactions.
How often did that happen to you? Just that one time, or was it a constant thing?
just at one time, and that's what sparked me getting into this stuff right here. So
Awesome. And that was at age 12. So what happened after that as far as your paranormal your newfound interest? What happened? Did you like start doing a bunch of reading, or how did you dive into the paranormal?
just reading and watching programs, and just different stuff here and there that I can get into, learning about this stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't actually start investigating till I was maybe my senior year in high school, maybe later on officially. But
Okay,
it's always just been about.
so from age 12 ish to when you were in, later in high school, it was more of just like an interest. Um, maybe watching some sci-fi shows and stuff like that, and then that's when after your senior year is when you got into investigating.
Pretty much.
Okay. And
But well,
oh,
because
go ahead,
like,
man.
besides ghosts and haunted places, stuff like that, I got into Bigfoot and other monsters and aliens and UFOs, and just like idea like of a mystery just fascinates me. Like, I want to
Mm-hmm.
find out what it is, what's happening, what's going on.
Absolutely, we're in the same camp. That's what I was doing
Nice.
when I was younger too, going to the library and reading about everything that we can't explain. If the teacher couldn't explain something, I wanted to figure out why and what's the reason for that.
So Adam, since you explore everything, have you ever learned or heard stories of connections between the paranormal versus with the UFOs and Bigfoot or anything like that?
Not much.
Not
I,
much. Okay.
for me, myself, I like to believe that there are separate subjects, but like, I know there's been people that said, they witnessed, an alien spaceship, picking up or dropping off at Bigfoot,
Hmm.
stuff like that. And I like to think maybe the aliens are like able to capture Bigfoot and study it themselves, just like they capture people,
Hmm.
abduct people, and study them. I like to think they're doing that to Bigfoot and other animals and
Yeah,
creatures
they
of the
probably
planet.
explore all
Oh.
animals. I mean, why would they just pick humans and a Bigfoot?
Right.
They explore every kind of animal there is and see what makes them tick.
Hmm.
Yeah, there's two different ways of going about of looking at that. Some people think that the cryptids are part of the alien community, and then others think that the alien, that the cryptids are part of our community, and the aliens are coming down to abduct them also. So yeah, there's a couple different ways of looking at it. I'm sure there's probably more, but yeah, I've also heard that too, that maybe Bigfoot is using like the orbs that we see, the white orbs, to move in and out of this reality that we're in, like the physical reality. So
I was gonna ask Eric, have we been on a show together? Have I seen you on a show before? I think once or twice.
I mean, I have my own channel, so I do shows every single week.
yeah, he's on YouTube a
Oh,
lot
okay.
under Paranormal Highway. He used to be Gypsy Road.
Hey, Chad.
Sir.
I'm just getting ready to take off right now, so you guys don't want to watch all that mess.
Aw, man.
Adam, it's nice to meet you, man. I'm sorry I got to cut it short. I'm actually off to the races.
Off to the races.
Off to the races.
Nice to meet you too.
And yeah, thank you for coming on here today. And then these guys, it's gonna be good. I'll be listening, Chad, and I'm gonna sign into YouTube right now.
All right, man. Well, thanks
All
for
right,
hanging
guys.
out with us, Sonny. Have a good rest of your day.
Guys. Yeah,
Bye, Sonny.
Take care.
too. And thanks
Be
everyone
safe.
in chat. Thank you again, Adam. I'll be listening to you. I'll watch you guys on here.
All right, man.
right,
Be
thank you.
safe.
See y'all soon. Love y'all.
Love you, bud.
Love you, bro.
Well, Adam, that makes me feel good that you might recognize me, because I've been doing paranormal stuff for the last 2-3 years on YouTube and stuff since 2016 with some other channels. So that's cool.
Yeah, maybe you have to put a cowboy hat on for him to recognize you.
Yeah, you know what? You're probably right. I didn't want to walk downstairs and get it.
Maybe, and it's been the last little over a year that I've just been watching different podcasts and lives. Just different people off and on, and doing these kind of shows as well. So it's been a lot of fun over the last 12, 13 months.
Do you have your own channel?
I'm part of a group that we do. We have like our own set of shows that we do, just different subjects, different shows. I have one on Sundays where we just talk about everyday, normal, different stuff, and then on Tuesday nights I have one with the co-host where we talk about aliens.
How do we check that out?
Subjects.
Where do I go to check that out?
It's part of it's called a. Well, they recently changed the name. It was Prometheus Productions, but now it's Temple of Phoenix Rising Entertainment.
Is this on YouTube or is it a website?
It's Facebook.
Oh, it's Facebook.
Oh, okay. It's a Facebook group.
Okay. It's a Facebook. Yeah. But yeah. That's what we do. Just different subjects. People do different subjects on different nights, stuff like that.
Mm-hmm. Well, that's cool that you guys have a separate night for aliens, and then is it like a separate night for aliens, and then the rest of the time it's kind of open to everything else?
I do believe the show before us is about. Completely forgot the schedules. It's a lot.
That's
of people.
okay. Kind of putting you on the spot. It's not really fair.
But yeah, I think like someone does like just the group of girls does like confessions. People send in their confessions about stuff they did in life, or tarot card readings, stuff like that. Just different things of that sort.
Okay, cool. Yeah, that sounds like a great channel to follow, or a great group to follow on Facebook. Awesome, man.
Yeah, I want to find it. What's the name of that channel again? I'm going to try to find it.
Temple of Phoenix Rising.
Temple of Phoenix Rising. Okay.
Entertainment.
Anthony says, I'm watching, but can't talk, fighting with YouTube bots, holding my super chat money hostage. Oh, no. Well, that's a bummer, man. Yeah, YouTube's been having some glitches. So, Adam, how many experiences have you had experiences before besides the bed, somebody sitting on your bed incident?
Unfortunately, not much and very little.
Mm-hmm. But you
I
just have
mean,
always had a interest in it.
right, just trying to investigate. I think the last actual like 2 years, I've really picked up on trying to investigate more and more. Um, this past weekend, uh, we were investigating, and we had the spirit box. We were in a chapel of the part of the building, and we were asking questions, and then my name was called out in the spirit box, so that was kind of cool.
Whoa.
And
Dude, you got some nice photos on your Facebook.
oh, thank you.
I put his Facebook link in the chat, Chad.
Oh, thanks, man. Appreciate that.
And
Yeah, Adam, those
the
spirit
week,
boxes, I know a lot of people don't really believe in them, but it's hard to dismiss them when they're actually calling out your name, you know?
Mhm.
That's pretty hard to dismiss.
and the weekend before that, we were at another location, and the same thing. The spirit box called my name, said my name, but at the same time, I think like an hour later in the investigation, had an EVP with someone saying my name, and
Wow.
the people I was with last this past weekend said like, hey, you're getting around. They're starting to recognize that you're getting out there. So I'm like, yay, but at the same time, oh no, so
Well, that's the thing. Yeah, I mean, once it's almost like once the other side or the paranormal side of things realizes that you're on their, you're on their team, like you're accepting and you're open-minded enough to go into this topic and research it. It's almost like once they know that you're there and you're interested, it's like you have a beacon. You start opening up to more things and more things start opening up to you more. So yeah, that totally makes sense. I've heard that from other people too, that once you start showing an interest and kind of digging in more, the more you start seeing. So that's cool that you're experiencing the same type of situation. What
right. So
what other types of investigating tools do you use besides the voice box? Do you use, you said EVPs too? Do you have any of one of those devices that like vibrates or lights up when something gets close to it? I can't remember what those are called.
the REM pods.
REM pods. Yeah, that's what. Yeah, I think that's what they're called.
I mean, to me, like the only reason why I was there present with the spirit box was because somebody else had it there with him. For me, myself, I'm just old fashioned, digital recorder, phone in
Mm-hmm.
hand, and flashlight in my pocket. I'm not
Cool.
too heavy on, those big gadgets, stuff like that. But if they're around and somebody has them, I don't mind somebody using them around me. So,
Do you know what,
Okay.
Adam? I feel the same way. I feel like if you do investigation by having too much stuff, you're probably going to scare away the ghosts and all that when you come in with all this equipment, then just bring in like limited. Because if they're an intelligent spirit, they probably don't want to see coming going in like with the Ghostbusters with all the equipments and all this. You probably get more sightings if you just have yourself and maybe your little EVP.
hmm I I feel the same way, and it's just like the same reason why when I'm investigating, I don't like to go live too much because I don't want to have to worry about like, is the camera angle right, or who's watching, or how many views do I have. I rather just investigate and be there in the moment. And like a lot of times when I'm trying to get EVPs, like I just sit down, sit back, and just like have myself like relax and chill out and just start asking questions or trying to get EVPs or something like that.
So
Just kind of make the atmosphere chill.
Mhm.
Hey, Chad, can I ask him a question? I
Sure,
don't wanna
man.
take over
Go
your
ahead. No, you're on the panel too, so go
I don't
ahead.
want to like take over time. How do you choose when you do an investigation? Does somebody hire you, or you pick a place yourself that you want to go visit? What makes you choose a certain place to want to investigate it in the first place?
Well, just like recently, I've been have some friends that I met at a location last year, and they've been throwing me like, "Hey, there's this place offering, the whole night, or this place offering 2 days, or stuff like that." Now, well, let me head on over there and meet with y'all, and we'll investigate and stuff like that. It's like I said, I've been going out of town like since last September. Been traveling a lot, just investigating.
How do you feel about the places that now, if you want to investigate it, they want to charge you? And I'm always worried about that. Like really, I have to pay to go investigate this place. Is that even worth it? I mean, do you feel that it's worth it to pay to go investigate a certain place?
Yes and no. Like those really, really well-known places. I mean, I get it. They're trying to make their money, but at the same
Yeah,
time, it's
now they're making
like
money off of
we
it
should
now.
be, yeah, But at the
And
same
that's what I'm
time,
worried about. Are they real? Now they're about the money. What am I just, are they just hoping that, hey, Adam, say something a little extra so other people will want to pay to hear? I'm always worried about that now.
Right. Yeah.
Like, it's
exactly,
something to think about. Like Bobby Mackey's, right? Everybody heard of that place, but you got to pay to investigate there. It's not like it's free. It's a free museum. And some people I
exactly.
know, like on the Queen Mary, when I was on there, they had a room that's supposed to be the most haunted room. They wanted $700 a night to stay there. I'm like, I'm sorry, I want to investigate a ghost, but it ain't worth that much.
Oh my God. That's crazy.
It's weird now that paranormal is such a huge thing now that they're making money off you investigating.
Yep.
I'm just afraid if I spend all this money, what if I caught nothing? I mean, we all know investigation, you don't always catch something. But when you
Hmm.
pay all that money,
That's a lot.
like it's like going ocean fishing. You pay that money to get on an ocean boat and you catch no fish. I mean, you're bummed.
Right. But the thing is though is that the money is not for the fish. You're paying for the boat, the time of the captain, the
Yeah,
gas, all
yeah,
that stuff. So yeah, once if you don't catch any fish, it's like, well, I mean, we still got to take your money because you're actually paying for the expenses, not for the fish.
true.
Yeah, that's kind
Hmm.
of expensive though,
Yep.
$700 because I think the whole North Carolina, the I think you can rent the whole ship for like $250 a day or something like that.
Oh, it's crazy. And then especially if you want that room for Halloween, oh my God, the price is
Oh,
outrageous.
I
I mean,
bet 1 day a year.
listen, I don't care if I have the best
Hmm.
experience ever in this room. I'm not paying that much money. I'm just not. That's just. I mean, if I even had footage of it, people are going to say that's fake. I
Hmm.
mean,
That's true.
but I think I always look at a ghost like the ghost is going to go wherever he wants. Now, is he stuck in a room? Now that's an interesting question. So, Adam, have you ever seen like a haunting that a ghost is attached to an item or to a certain spot in the house and it won't go other places?
No, not that I've seen directly myself. I mean, I've been told stories about, this doll has an attachment, or this part of the house has an attachment. And when we get there, I don't want to say it's not true, but it just, nothing happened when I was there or what I saw. I didn't feel nothing. I didn't hear nothing, so it's, I mean, I hope in the future I do get to experience more things does happen in front of me. So I
Hmm.
mean, just like I said, just like my name being called, the EVP and the spirit boxes, I hope that more things open up to me.
See, that's why I like you, Adam. That's why I feel you're more real because I talk to some real groups and they'll tell me they'll go to a place for a whole week and there'll only be one night they heard something in a 30-minute time frame after a whole week. Then you talk to some groups, oh, we heard something every single night. And you're like, oh, what makes you so special? And it's not different.
Exactly. Yep.
So I like
And
your answer. That's a realistic, real answer.
Thank you. And even this past weekend, we were there at the location, and every now and then you heard like a small bang or a tap, something, and immediately I wasn't like, oh, was it a ghost? Oh, was it a spirit? It's like it might have been the wind, it might have been a bird, it might have been a rat. You know.
Well, you have to be a skeptic first. You got to try to debunk what you just saw. And then after you debunk, if you're left with nothing, then there you go. Is that enough for you to say that's a ghost? I mean, that's how it works.
Exactly.
Adam, if you were given the choice and you had a weekend where you can do any type of investigating, would you investigate ghosts and spirits, or would you go more like aliens and UFOs?
Oh, don't do that to me.
I knew it was going to be a good question. It's a tough one. All expenses paid.
I'll get back to you in a week. No. I think aliens and UFO stuff like that, for the simple fact that, I mean, not to sound bad, but people do spirits and stuff like that, to the bone. I think there's more spirits and ghost stuff related investigating than there is UFO and alien stuff.
Right.
Well, that's true.
But
yeah,
that's
I
true.
think so too.
UFOs would be harder, right? I mean, if you think about it, investigating a ghost is easier. You pick a place, you go EVP, right? To investigate UFO, I mean, where do you go? What do you do? The only thing you really do is look up. Do you go to the hot spots? It's a lot harder to investigate UFOs versus anything else.
True.
It is hard. I mean,
right.
What kind of equipment do you need for that? Do you need a great camera to zoom up? I mean, there's so many. It's hard.
Yeah, unfortunately, right now the technology involved with that is kind of expensive because there's a lot of stuff that Anthony is seeing that he can't see with his naked eye, but if he has his infrared camera going, then you can see all kinds of stuff.
And how many people have that? I mean,
not many.
That's the thing. Paranormal is easier. So paranormal is easier than Bigfoot because going to mountains and stuff, you got to go get your stuff. But paranormal technically can happen anywhere. Everywhere.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Your own house, your backyard.
That's true. Yeah, I guess I'll have to reformat my question next time.
What about so you go ghost hunting? You ever run into where it's not a ghost, more of a demon? The spiritual side of it, the things like evil.
Yes and no. I try to attend. I mean, I try to attend not to go to places like that if I can, but at the same time, I know there could be something there that I've been to. I've just never felt or seen anything myself. I mean, I've been around others that said, "Oh, I was grabbed or I was pushed," but.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. Maybe it's just the simple fact that I'm wanting it to happen. It doesn't happen to me. But then again, like I said, maybe I'm just starting to get on that road where things in the near future, will start happening to me. But at the same time, I feel like even if I was grabbed or pushed, it's like I would have to did I really just get grabbed, or am I just tired? Am I just, exhausted?
Well, guys, I'm gonna take off real quick. Take my last son. If you guys are still on, I love to jump back on. But Adam, if you ever do a demon hunt, I've learned from demon hunters, bring a jar of peanut butter with you. I'm serious. They say I'm serious. They say peanut butter. If they're too aggressive, open up a can of peanut butter. For some reason they like the smell. They go to it and they'll leave you alone. That's what I've heard. That's from demon hunters. And I heard it from 3 different demon hunters. Peanut butter helps on a demon hunt. I don't know how, but that's what I've been told. But I'll be back, guys.
All right, buddy. I think I'm starting to find out that I might be part demon. You open up a can of peanut butter around me, and it might be gone pretty soon.
I don't want to know a demon that don't like peanut butter.
The question is, creamy or peanut?
Ooh.
Oh, please.
Creamy or crunchy, huh? I think it depends.
Yes.
It definitely depends. Because if I'm having a peanut butter and jelly sandwich, it has to just be creamy, regular Jif creamy peanut butter.
Mhm.
But there's other times, you know, like if you're having ice cream and you want to throw a little bit of peanut butter on your ice cream, you got to be crunchy. Got to be crunchy.
Peanut
ice
butter
cream?
on your ice cream.
Hey now, don't knock it till you try it. You know, mix it in there, mix it up real good. Shut the front door.
I'll
have to get some
try it
after.
out next time.
Absolutely, try her out.
Well,
Yep.
because like the only time I really eat peanuts is in a Snickers bar or the peanut M&Ms.
Oh yeah,
Mm.
peanut M&Ms are the best. That's
Mhm.
probably what. Besides Reese's peanut butter cups, I'd have to say peanut M&Ms is probably my favorite. I'll just say it. Probably my favorite candy.
The Reese's peanut butter cups and Hershey's chocolate bars. You put one in front of me, it's gonna be gone in about 0.1
Man,
second.
you're gonna make me.
So-
You're gonna make
Yeah,
me break
we're
up
gonna
my Easter candy.
We're gonna have to get off here and go to the Dollar General and buy all the candy that they got.
I still got my
It's-
C's candy from Easter.
Oh man, that'd be so gone if it was over here.
Yeah, I only had one.
That is a lot of self control,
those.
man.
And they are very, very good, man.
I'll take those 3 that you got right there on the edge, right there.
Mhm.
Knock all those
Saving
out.
those for a rainy day.
Sonny's listening. He says, "Back to the aliens. That's enough with the peanut butter. You're making me hungry."
Mhm.
Yeah,
I
Jake.
was gonna
See,
say
peanut
that-
butter and vanilla ice cream. That's where it's at.
I'll try that out. So I
Yeah.
was gonna say, let's hope it rains today, huh? Spooky.
Oh man, I would love some rain. Oh, I can eat all my chocolate.
Oh, Adam, you're on the West Coast too.
I'm in Texas.
Oh, okay.
No, he was saying that because I said I was saving it for a rainy day.
Oh, there you go. There you go. I'm a little slow
Yeah.
to pick up there.
We hope for rain all the time, so it's Texas. So
I was gonna say that's how Spooky is too. He's like when it's raining here, I'll say, "Yeah, it's raining again," and he'll say something like, "Oh, well, we don't get that here. It just doesn't rain
Oh.
here."
There was even a song, like an R&B song back in like the 90s or something. It was called "It Never Rains in Southern California."
Wow. Huh? Yeah, it rains all the time here, especially when it gets like summertime. Springtime, it really rains a lot, but summertime,
Oh,
it's
man.
like turns into a rainforest around here. Sometimes it'll be 95 degrees and pouring rain. It's like get outside and it's so hot and humid. Then you got to walk into a hot factory. Hate that. That's why the Chad Smith podcast is going to hire Adam and Spooky and Sonny, and we're just going to hit the road and be a traveling podcast.
Let's go.
Oh, let's do it.
Get a giant Airstream. We'll put a little studio in the Airstream and just travel the country doing ghost hunting and checking out the sky at night. Sounds like a dream, huh?
I'm so down.
Yes,
Let's do it.
yes, it does. I'll pack my bag.
All right. Sounds good. I'll put you on the list. I'm making a list. All the people that are going to be on the tour with us. Mm-hmm.
One thing I've never done is go Bigfoot hunting. As much as I'm into Bigfoot, the subject of Bigfoot,
Yeah. Never went out and did any dedicated Bigfoot hunting?
no, only because I've never really. Oh, let me correct myself. I've never at all gone camping before, so I don't know nothing about woods. I'm the last
Oh,
person that knows anything about woods and forests and wildlife creatures, and
Right.
so
Oh, man. Never been camping.
never been camping.
Can't even imagine. All right. Well, definitely going to have to try that, man. Camping is like, you just get something out of it. I mean, we're supposed to be out there. We're supposed to be in nature. You know, we're supposed to be out in the woods. And when you pitch a tent up and stay there for the whole weekend, there's just something about it. You come away from that experience a different person every time. I mean, I learn something different each time I go out. And the last time I learned to be more prepared because it was freezing cold the last time I went tent camping. and woke up barely able to move. It was so cold. But yeah, I mean, every time you go out, there's just something different about it. Different experience each time.
And like that's what I feel like with ghost hunting and this sort of stuff. Like, there's always something to learn. Like, you learn every single day, every single time. Like, I don't think there isn't one person that knows it all. Like,
Right.
even if somebody studied it for 50, 60 years, I'm sure there's that one day after they learn about this, learn about that. You know,
Yeah, absolutely. Because it's like a always changing, always evolving topic. Really, I mean, there's always new things coming out, and every time somebody goes out and does an investigation and comes back with more evidence or more information, it's always evolving.
hmm
Always something new to learn. That's for sure. Spooky. There's something that Spooky does all the time too, where he's always talking us into meditation, which is always a good thing. That's always good to spread that word. But is that something that you subscribe to also, Adam? And have you ever tried connecting with spirit that way? He might have a spirit behind him right now. Oh, that's okay, man. It's a live show. Stuff happens when you're live.
Right. So somebody came in for a second.
No problem.
That's funny you say that, or cool you asked that, because I recently started was I guess asked or suggested, gave advice to start doing that. You know, go outside, find a nice quiet place,
Mm-hmm.
and do that. Like,
Yeah.
just for myself, you know.
Yes.
So
Take your shoes off, put your feet in the dirt, and just get connected.
Hey, we know some other people from Texas.
We do.
Some of our best
Oh, yeah.
boys.
UFO Garage is in Texas.
And JoJo Bone.
That's right. They're in Taylor.
might have to look them up. So I'm in San Antonio.
San
Oh,
Antonio.
okay. Is that a channel? Are you subscribed to UFO Garage?
I've actually never heard of them, but
Oh.
I will look them up.
Absolutely.
on-
You're going to fall in love with them.
They're on
They are,
YouTube.
they are on YouTube and everywhere that you find podcasts. Yep.
Nice. Okay.
So they're on
At the
Wow.
UFO
Spotify.
Garage, we talk about aliens, UFOs, and all things weird.
All things
so
weird.
everybody's welcome.
That's right. Because everybody's got something weird to talk about.
Well, that's the truth.
Oh, man. Knowing you for as long as I have.
Did you hear about my boys landed an interview with Jeremy Corbell? Whoa, hello.
I saw that.
Wakey, wakey, chicken bakey.
Congratulations, UFO Garage, on that.
Yeah, you're going to
on
see
that.
That's
Jeremy
very awesome.
Corbell on the UFO Garage podcast on June 16th, y'all. So mark
At
your
8 p.m.
calendars.
That's right. Mark your calendars, guys. That's going to be awesome. Man, I saw that on Facebook last night. I couldn't believe it.
Mm-hmm. You know what? We're getting just inch by inch closer and closer to you know who. Bob Lazar.
I was going to say you're either talking about Bob Lazar or Dan Aykroyd.
Man, we are getting so close.
Just
It's gonna happen.
footsteps away. Footsteps
It's gonna
away.
happen,
Somewhere
y'all.
in
Don't try to stop it.
Yeah, Adam, we've been talking about we've been talking about Dan Aykroyd since we started Paranormal Chop Shop. That's a show we do on Fridays, and we've just been talking about Dan Aykroyd for the longest time because of his connections with, the Ghostbusters, obviously. But then he's very interested in the paranormal, even outside of acting and stuff like that. He's actually, I listened to a podcast he did on Joe Rogan, and he talked a lot about paranormal. He is actually very knowledgeable about that topic, so it'd be awesome to get him on here one of these days.
That would be exciting. I would definitely take the day off from work and watch that or something. So
Yeah.
it's like I need my lunch break on this hour, y'all. Don't
That's
talk to
right.
me.
Sorry, we got Dan Aykroyd on. Is there anybody like that you would like to talk to? Like one or two people that is right at the top of your list of maybe investigators or maybe anybody like that, ghost hunter maybe?
Not off the top of my head, because I feel like, I mean, I don't want to say like, I don't want to sound bad saying this, but I feel like all these people that they've already been interviewed,
Mm-hmm.
you know, every single day of their career.
Yeah.
I mean, I would rather just spend my time. I mean, don't get me wrong, I wouldn't mind talking to Dan or Travis Walton or Bob
Ooh.
Lazar. You know, if I could, if I can call them up, hey, you know, you want to talk right now for an hour? Cool. But to me, like, I'd rather spend my time talking to like this, just
Yeah, just
different
hanging
people
out.
throughout the world, just hanging out, chit chatting, shooting the
Or
breeze, stuff like
everyday
this.
real experiencers, people that have been through stuff in their life and hear what they've been through. I know what you're saying, man. It's like, how many times can we hear the same person say the same thing
Mhm.
without really telling us anything? It's
Right,
like
right.
people that just make the rounds on the podcast all the time. It's you're going to learn a lot much more if you open up your mind and listen to people that are trying to tell you what's happened to them.
Right, exactly. So just different people, different experiences, different parts of the world. So
What's your opinion on Bob Lazar? Oh, you got a pet.
my cat, she's jumped up.
My sister's cat likes to be on camera too when we're live on YouTube. Sits right in front of the camera. It's almost like they know that they're on.
Yeah, she's spoiled like that. I spoil her. I'm not gonna
That's
lie.
awesome.
So,
You have to. Gotta have somebody to spoil like that. Hey,
mhm.
so are you on Team Lazar, or do you not believe Bob Lazar? What do you think he really saw?
I believe him a lot.
Sweet.
I mean, there's no way to say, oh, that guy's lying, or that guy was hallucinating, or that guy was had a 12 pack, you know, something like that, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Um, ever since I caught that first interview that he came out with.
I'm sorry, I've never interrupted, but I just have to say hi to our friends in Ukraine. That's so cool to see you guys in the chat. That is awesome. I did a little commercial for you. I don't even know if you understand English, but it's so good to see you in the chat. That's really cool.
Nice.
Yeah, awesome.
But
I'm sorry,
that's
what were
pretty
you
cool.
saying, Adam?
No, I understand completely. That's exciting. So,
Yeah, so cool to have him.
but yeah, no, I totally believe him 100%. Ever since, like I said, ever since seeing that first interview of him back in the late '80s, where he's sitting there, you know, just telling all, and then because the one thing that, how can I say this? Like, I guess one of my favorite segments of that interview is when they start talking to him about Element 115.
Mm-hmm.
This question, that question, this question, and then when they get to the question of, you were able to get away with some of it, how much were you able to get away with? And he's all like, no comment.
Oh.
Then they move on to like the next question, and I mean, I feel like something like that. It's like, okay, he comes on about everything else except that. It's like, oh, next question, please. You know, to me,
Yeah,
like, that's just like, there's something really going on with this guy. You know.
that's right. Yeah, and the fact that he's stuck to his story for the whole time. I mean, I think he came out with his story. It was like, Spooky, do you even know it was like 88, 89, something like that? 87, somewhere
Yep.
around there. Because I just remember it was sometime. I was born in 89, so I knew it was somewhere around there, but never really changed the story. You can go back to when he first told his story to oh man, who's the news reporter? I'm blanking on his
George
name.
Knapp.
That's why you're here. Yep, George Knapp. And if you go back and listen to his interviews from then, nothing has really changed. I mean, it's the same story. He goes on about the same information. Really cool. He says, me and my wife watching, and yes, we understand English. Awesome. Thank you. Thanks to you, Chad, and to USA for supporting Ukraine. Absolutely,
Right on.
man. So cool to have you in the chat room. That's awesome.
Very cool.
Made my day.
It's a small world.
It really is. It's a small world. and we need to treat it that way. We need to treat each other like family. I mean, just an ocean between us shouldn't change anything. So, really cool to have you in here. We should find out if they believe in UFOs and aliens. That'd be interesting to see how a different country treats that topic. I know in other places around the world, it's just like everyday life. I mean, they talk about the lights in the sky people, just like it's an everyday, no big deal. And then other countries like the United States, we kind of hide it, and the government kind of covers it all up. So very unfortunate.
Kind of like the idea of like I believe it's India, where they talk about reincarnation like a lot. Like that's a common thing to talk about, reincarnation. Here it's like maybe this person believes it, maybe this person believes it, just stuff like that,
Right. Yep. Absolutely. So what's the next thing for you? What would you like to do next as far as your paranormal investigating? I don't want to call it a career, but like your hobby of doing the paranormal investigating. I guess what would be your next the next project that you'd like to work on?
Like a dream project?
Yeah, I guess
just whatever's going on.
Yeah, maybe just something that you would have a question in your head about.
What you got in the plans, man? What you got in the pipeline?
Yeah.
I mean, nothing really till August. We are trying to make a trip to Oklahoma. I'm not sure the exact details, but they told me Oklahoma. My friends have some friends in Dallas and Fort Worth, which is 4 hours north of me. And like pretty much like I would fly up to Dallas, meet them, and then from there we would drive up to Oklahoma where we're going. But yeah, that's not till August. I kind of wanted to take off June and July. There might be something in July, but I'm not sure. But like I said, I've been pretty much going out of town since last September, Kansas and Indiana, and just different places here in Texas. Like I said, these past 3 weekends, 2 of them I've gone to the same place. Then this past weekend was in Yorktown, the Yorktown Memorial Hospital.
Mm-hmm.
That was this past weekend. So, but yeah, like I said, just this past 3 weekends I've been investigating. I kind of wanted just to like take a break, go in actual investigating, and just chill out here at home.
Awesome. Yeah, I need to definitely get out and do some more investigating. I've actually never gone on a dedicated paranormal investigation, partially because I'm kind of freaked out about it. But yeah, I'm sure there's a lot of teams around here. Like you said, it's so popular that it's almost like everyone involved is doing something with ghosts and spirits and stuff like that, paranormal investigations, because it's just so much easier, and the equipment needed for it is just your flashlight and a audio recorder and yourself. So I'm sure I could find a group fairly easily around here. It's just I haven't taken the steps to do it yet.
I think I got invited to go investigating.
You did?
Have you ever heard of somebody on YouTube? Somebody that goes by the name of Fluffy?
Yes.
You heard that right.
So, and he's on the West Coast.
Dude, Fluffy lives like 30 minutes from me.
Oh, I did not know that. That's really close. Well, are you going to so what's that mean? We're going to have to hook you up with some GoPro equipment and some...
Hey, I don't know. I think that we could be onto something. There might be a new podcast I might be collaborating with.
Huh.
I just got to get my butt out the house.
I'm a little jealous now.
And I got to get a car.
Yeah, man, I didn't know you didn't have a car. For some reason, I thought you had
I got cars, but they're not at this house. You know what I mean? They're over there.
I see what you're saying.
But if you go out in my garage, all you're going to see is DJ equipment and workout equipment.
I'm
If
fine
you go
with
out in my
both.
driveway, you're not going to see anything.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
And I was about to say, oh, you don't have a car too? Me too. But then when you said you don't have them there, I'm like, never mind. I ain't gonna say nothing.
But you know what? I
but-
don't miss not having a car, or I don't really miss it at all.
Yeah. Man, I bought one of those electric scooters. It goes 40 miles on a charge,
Ooh, cool.
and it goes up to like 18 miles an hour. And I just live in a small farm town, so there's pretty much nowhere around here that I can't get to on my little scooter in 5 or 10 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
And with gas prices the way they are,
Yeah, that's why I don't want to be driving.
it's going to be really nice this season to just hop on a scooter and cruise up to the store and back. Adam, are you in like a big town or a small town like I am?
It's a big town, San Antonio.
Oh, San Antonio. Yeah, that's a big town. Yeah, so you guys have like the Uber, you have all kinds of stuff like that, Uber and easy local transportation.
Mm-hmm.
That's
I mean,
nice.
Adam, are you guys native San Antonio? Is your family from there?
Yes.
Oh,
Born
cool,
and
man. That's
raised.
where the Morales family, that's where my family landed when they came from Mexico,
Cool.
San
Nice.
Antonio.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
But I've never been
so-
there
Whenever you do, let me know.
because I always wanted to go to that, the music festival, South by Southwest.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, it's world famous, and I've known tons of people that have gone there, but I never have, but I really want to.
Here we have right there in downtown. We have the Tobin Center, and a lot of concerts and shows and different plays are
Mhm.
there. And I recently wanted to start going there because in the last maybe 2-3 years, I've started listening more and more to classical music.
Oh,
I've been getting into more and more of that, and I've always wanted to
Yep.
see classical music
Yep.
play.
Oh,
like
we
played
lost you for a
live?
second.
Did you
Yes.
say played live? Oh yeah.
Yes. So, but yeah, I've been wanting to go there and experience it for myself in person. Because, like I said, I'll sit here, put on YouTube. I have a playlist of classical music pieces, and I'll just sit here and just relax and listen to it, enjoy it.
Yeah, man. I love it.
All right, I can already see what we need to do now. We need to schedule a field trip where we go and listen to some awesome classical music at a haunted theater. And then once the lights go down and everyone leaves, we take over the theater and do some paranormal investigating.
Sign me up.
Sounds like a
Man.
plan.
We'll have pizza on the stage.
You have me hooked there.
Man, how much fun would that be? We could even set up tents and go camping on the stage. There we go. Man, we got to make this
Just
happen.
One question:
Go ahead.
Or is it just you, or all of us that's going to be putting peanut butter on our pizza?
Hey, man, I'm not putting peanut butter on my pizza. What's up, Sonny, from the car? You're mobile now.
Am I like Brazzle? Is this working?
You look just like Brassel now. Yep, live from the car. Sonny Mobile. Are you on your way to the track?
Huh?
You're on your way to the track?
I have to go pick up a diesel truck and then a trailer, and then I'll be on my way to the track.
Oh, okay. Busy.
Yep.
Well,
So-
this is
What were we talking about? Peanut butter pizza?
peanut. Sonny, what we're gonna do? We were talking about classical music. So what we're planning on is, I have to mute you while I'm talking, but yeah, we were planning on doing a field trip where we watch some classical music at a haunted theater, and then we'll set up a little pizza party, and we'll set up some tents on the stage, and we'll spend the night at the theater, do some paranormal investigating with the lights off.
Yeah. Chad's too scared to go paranormal investigating by himself.
I am. I watched you go do it, and now I'm like, I don't know if I can handle that.
That's where I'm going. I'm on my way back there.
Well, the difference now that's going to save you is the sun's up.
I know. I still won't go back in there.
Well, you're going to have to one of these days because we need another investigation video.
Whatever made that noise has got to be in there, whether the sun's up or down, I'm sure.
Now, there's a good question. Adam, do you think that the ghosts are just as active at night as they are during the day, or is it like a nocturnal thing that they come out only at night?
I mean, I believe that. I mean, I've heard like there's no time in there where they're at, so I believe it's just active at is 8 a.m., 8 p.m.,
Yeah.
noon, midnight. So,
Yep. Yeah,
you
that
know,
makes sense.
right?
You
I
have
mean,
me muted, right, Chad? Okay.
You're unmuted now.
I
Every
was just
time-
making sure I was muted. Keep me muted if while I'm driving.
Yeah, I'll just keep you muted until I see you start talking, and then I'll unmute you. It's so funny because he's always telling us not to text and drive and not to have your phone out and drive, and then he calls in on StreamYard.
I was worried about his safety, but then I looked out his window and there's nobody else on the road, so I think he's fine.
I'm a race car driver. I can do that.
You got a special license.
Yeah.
With
skills.
a name like Sonny Conway,
That's right.
he can drive.
Well, hey, Adam, we are getting close to the end of the podcast.
Oh man!
And I just recently started doing this new thing. This is only the second time I'm going to do it, but I have a new question I want to ask all guests from here on out, and that is that if you could take any piece of technology from today and bring it back to the 1800s, like go to an 1800s cowboy and hand him a piece of technology that we have today, what would that be? And you can take all the time to think about it, because I know I didn't ask you before the show started.
Give me an hour. No,
Give you an hour. All right, guys.
I know it wouldn't be a phone. I know it wouldn't be a TV. It would have to be something else that would really, I don't want to say make them like, holy cow, what the heck is this? But be like, hey, we can use something like this here,
Yeah.
But I just don't know exactly what I would want to take. But that's a good question, though.
Well, thank you. Yeah, I don't know. I was listening to a interview. Actually, it was the Bob Lazar interview where he's talking about, he's trying to compare why we can't figure out how these UFOs are flying. Like why we haven't reverse engineered it yet. And he was saying it's because it's comparable to taking a 2022 dirt bike or a motorcycle and dropping it into, the Renaissance period and saying, here you go, make it work and drive to the store. But they would not, they might know how to, Sonny, for all the audio listeners, Sonny is showing us his dog on screen right now. It's really cool. We love having pets on the screen. But yeah, it's comparable to taking a motorbike and dropping it into the Renaissance period, and they wouldn't know how to turn it on. They wouldn't know how to, let alone they wouldn't know anything about the fuel that's in it. They wouldn't know anything about the battery that's in it or how to replicate it or anything like that, let alone ride it or fix it. So that's why I kind of asked that question, is just because we have so many things now that make our lives easier and that make us lazy. And it's just so much different from the 1800s. So I thought it was an interesting question.
I will say that's a good question, but at the same time, I feel like that would be for like a whole nother show.
Yeah.
Make just like a whole long show of talking about, because I myself, I believe in time travel. I love talking about time travel stuff, like completely.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Right. Oh yeah, we could do a whole show on time travel, for sure. Well, Adam, yeah, thank you so much for hanging out with us today. I'm sorry we only got an hour with you, but we can always reschedule you for another time.
Yeah, thanks for coming back, man. It was nice to meet you.
Yeah, absolutely.
For sure. And I think that was my mistake. I think I got the wrong times.
Oh, it's okay.
No, we're just glad you came back.
Yeah, so glad to be able to talk to you, man.
Thank you. Thank you
Thanks,
for having
Adam.
me. I had a lot of fun.
All right, man. We'll get you scheduled for another time.
For sure. Thank you.
Thanks, buddy.
Later, man.
All right, cool, Spooky. And Sonny, I'll unmute you for the last couple of minutes.
Everybody in the whole
Oh,
world.
no, never mind. I won't because he's talking to some other people.
Whoa.
Whoa,
You gotta say hi.
who's that?
That's Grandma. That's right.
Well, hi, Grandma. Good to see you.
What did he say?
He said, "Good to see you."
Oh,
The dogs are barking in the back, guys. I'm sorry.
Chad Smith exclusive.
So cool. You just never know who you're going to meet when we do these.
That's right.
Here's the star.
nice
All right.
to see you.
Bye.
Have a nice day.
You too. I'll see you later. I'll be back in a little while.
Oh, he's just introducing us to all kinds of future guests right now.
That is Tamara's mom. That's the lady I call mom. Is Tamara.
Okay.
They kind of adopted me after my parents passed away, guys. This is the guys that have all
Aw.
the drag cars. There's our shop
Yeah.
right there. We got a whole bunch of projects out here.
Oh, man. We need to
Well,
get some of these people on camera.
I know. Oh, Tamara would kill me right now. Her mom, though, she goes, who are we talking to? And I go, the whole world. And she goes, heck yeah, I'll say hi.
Awesome. Well, cool, man. It was just in time because we're just about ready to close up the podcast.
Okay, cool. Well, thanks
right.
for having me again. I hope it wasn't too messed up.
No, man. No problem at all. Sound actually pretty good.
And I just wanted to come back to, I seen that your friends came on.
Yeah.
Chad, you were telling us about with the little knitted
With the
bunnies.
rabbits.
Yes, dude, that was cool. I had said hi to him and told him it would be cool if we could have him as a guest one day.
Oh, that would be
I mentioned it in
mind
chat.
blowing. That would be amazing.
Yes, that'd be awesome, man.
Yep. Yeah. So hi to everybody listening in Ukraine. Maybe we'll get some new listeners.
Yeah. But all
That's
right, I'll
just-
let you guys mute me, and then I'll say bye right now to everyone in chat. And
Okay,
Spooky
bud.
and Chad, I'll send you guys some pictures. I'll put it in them boys.
Yes. All right. Cool, man. Thank you so much.
There's anybody out there making passes. Oh, I gotta grab my drag car.
Oh.
I'm gonna make a few passes in there.
All right, man. I'll mute you and say goodbye to
All right,
everybody.
guys. Bye, y'all.
All right. See you, Sonny. All right. Well, cool, guys. Thank you so much, everybody in the chat, for listening, and everybody listening on the new podcast networks that we're on. Thank you so much for downloading the podcast. Appreciate that. And if you're just now joining us, we are available now on everywhere you can get a podcast. So on Apple Podcasts, we're on Spotify, all those big names. So if you're ever just wanting to listen to us instead of watch us, head on over to anywhere you get a podcast and then hit download. Really appreciate that. Helps us out a lot. And for everybody listening in Ukraine, peace.
We love you.
We love you. Please stay safe and keep listening. And hopefully we'll have Ibrahim on one of these days. That would be awesome. And let me think here for a second. Everybody that's interested in buying one of the handmade rabbits from Ukraine, I will put the information in chat and also in the description after the video. It's not in there right now, but after this ends, I will put the information in the chat. And it is an email address that's linked to a PayPal address or a PayPal account. So you'll just email that information, or I'm sorry, email the type that you'd like, the color of the rabbit, and then your address, and they'll get you all set up over there. Looks like we've got 2 different people from Ukraine. Hey, buddy, and this one right here, this account too. TI, we love you. Awesome. Thank you so much, guys, for hanging out with us today. And we will see you on Friday for the Paranormal Chop Shop. Please go subscribe to Paranormal Chop Shop. Me and Sonny, I don't know if, no, Sonny will not be there, but me and Spooky will definitely be there.
I'll be there.
Awesome. We'll see you guys tomorrow on the Chop Shop.
Love yous.
Love you guys. Peace.
it sound right, boys.